welcome everybody to the Extreme Racing League X3 series. I'm your host Upwood, and today we are at Bahrain for the second round of the X3 series. Bahrain, admittedly not one of my favourite tracks, but it is a fairly fast flowing track with some abrupt corners that may catch some people out. The very famous right-handed hairpin that leads to the third DRS zone on the track. Just getting ready to get into qualifying Q1. As we wait for everybody to get underway. See who comes out first. I believe that is a Renault that's coming up first. Now it's a McLaren and it's Hazel. And one of the Actories starting ahead. I believe that is Ledger. That is Ledger, the only Actori in the session. Unfortunately, it is a smaller grid than it was last week, as we've had a couple of drivers missing. I'm sure if you're into racing, you know why that is. And I have just been told that the race will be dry, so the drivers don't have to worry about changing their setups or everything, and it should be all good. See more drivers start to head out onto the track now. Should get these details up. Obviously, we shall stay with Ledger for the time being, as he will be the first car to get onto a lap time. Around the back straight and comes onto the main straight. Perhaps using his ERS a little bit too much there. Maybe a mistake from the Actory driver. But he is the first to start his lap, so he will have some clean air ahead of him. To the end of the first sector, obviously going to set a purple sector time, as he is the first driver on the grid. And coming up to the very difficult right-hander, will he mess this up? He doesn't even lock up his brakes, which is a fantastic achievement on this circuit. To stick it out through this left-hander, flat out, comes into the third sector, again getting a purple sector. However, now comes down to the third sector, basically just a straight. As you see, the first lap of this session, and it is a 1:26.2, a good start from our drivers here. We'll see if any drivers do improve. sit with somebody who's on the lap time. We'll see a second lap time in a second. We have, that is Blastic in the Williams. So we keep on seeing lap times being set. XRL Phantom there. See a 1:27.5. See XRL Demon getting a 1:27.6. We've Flying Wallaby now. I believe XRL Cargo sitting at that time. A 1:27.7. All fairly decent, albeit average qualifying times so far. See, as the drivers are in Q1, they don't have to push so hard. See, Azul setting a lap time of 1:26.8 in fair distance from the lead driver there, as you see El Yoyi, or something like that. Set that time now with to set his lap time, gets a 1:26.6, bringing the gap closer to pole. But still not beating the pole time yet. See, XRL Turbo gets a 1:30.5 there. So we shall skip to a on track. The Devil is now find somebody who is out on track and will be setting a lap time. As we sit with Yoyi again, using 6 tenths on his current time, now that he has plenty of space to improve on. Exits the final corner onto the home straight. Will he improve on his time? He does not, he goes into the pits. XRL Snake here might be setting that time, gets a purple sector 2. We'll be searching for that mysterious pole time. Comes out onto the home straight. Just opens wider than you can imagine. It's a 1:27.8. Still nobody quite reaching the heights that XRL Ledger has. However, we may very well see this man do it. Erdika, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Comes on to the home straight. We'll open the DRS as soon as possible. Will the Mercedes get on pole? He gets onto the front row, but does not get pole with a 1:26.39. As the gap starts to close a little bit near the top of the grid. Watch every driver set their lap times. See, we are halfway through the session so far, so we've just got to wait for drivers to actually come back and come around the track again. See, the yellow flag in sector 3, but it won't be anything important. Hazel has retired from the session. He's very confident that his time will put him comfortably within the top 15. Let's get somebody on their lap. So Blake now setting a purple first sector. Will he match that for the second? We will find out. Comes to the very difficult right-handed corner. A literal left turn into an even tighter left turn. Gets a bit of a slide on the exit, but shouldn't lose too much time from that. It's the end of the second sector here, and doesn't get a purple sector 2 time. Runs wide, is lucky to not invalidate his lap there. Probably might get a midfield time here. And get a 1:28.1. A respectable lap time, but still not quite up to par. See if this man Jazziello can improve. See on power car, gets a 5th fastest time of 1:27.05. We'll see if there is anybody out on track. We shall sit with XRL Cookie. No, we won't, because he's going into the pits. Let's sit with Plastic here. Going to set another time here. We'll see. Everybody is going to be on their time. I didn't actually notice that Pulse Moto was on lap time. He isn't anymore. That was made a mistake. It wasn't too happy with. So we shall on with Plastic here. See how he does for a lap. I'm sure he can improve on a 1:29.1. I believe he's got Jazziello behind him, the current 5th fastest driver in the session. Fell turbo tiring from the session. May very well have had a mistake or isn't very confident at this track. Let's see XRL Snake also go out and could be confident with his lap time. So we sit here with the Williams driver. Retiring from the second row. See his Mercedes powered counterpart not getting along too well with the track here. Could be eliminated in this Q1 session as he invalidates his lap time there with 5 minutes of the session left to go. Now jump on with Mon here. The second Mercedes driver gets a purple sector 1 time. Could very well do better than his teammate. Getting very difficult right-hander here. Doesn't have a clue of a miscontrolling or outbraking himself there. Absolutely flying down the straight. Coming up to the end of the second sector. Very difficult curve here to get right, but if done right, he can do well. Gets a purple sector 2 time. May very well be beating Ledger's time, but has stood since the beginning of the session. Wanting to open his DRS as soon as possible. Will we see a brand new pole time so far? No, he gets a 1:26.6, which puts him on the second row, 1 place behind his Mercedes teammate. However, will still be happy with that. See, only 2 other cars actually out on track at the moment. The car not to set a lap time so far is Cookie. Then obviously, if he doesn't set a lap time, he will be eliminated in Q1 with his Ferrari teammate, which somewhat reflects the form of the real-life Ferraris in F1 at the moment. Sit here with XRL Cargo. Just going to watch him for a bit as he sets the lap time. Improves by 2 tenths on his fastest lap so far. Could very well see himself move up a place or 2. But that also depends on this corner here. Doesn't lock up, seems to take a very good line, takes a fantastic line through there. Doesn't have a hint of sliding or losing control at all. He absolutely rips it through this back straight. A little bit wide of the apex there, but I'm sure he won't mind as long as he's still faster than his previous time. Is still 1/10 faster. At that rate, he won't improve his position, but he will improve his time on fresher tyres. So, number 96 car come to the home straight, looking to improve on his time, improves by almost 2/10 of a second. Obviously doesn't move up the grid at all, but will still be happy with that. So now jump on with Pulse Moto, who is in danger of missing out on Q2. It's a purple sector 2 time. As long as he doesn't invalidate this lap, he should be fine. Comes up against, very ill communicated between him and the Ferrari driver there. It will affect his time though, gets a 1:28 dead. Takes him out of the elimination zone, but also frees up Cookie now to set his first lap time of the session, leaving it exceptionally late here, Cookie, so he's literally put it all on the line here. Hopefully he doesn't invalidate it. Not a massive fan of how the Ferraris sound this year, however, I will see Codemasters. I do indeed like that they have made every car sound different, unlike last year. Very good line taken there by Cookie. Did get a purple sector 1 time, could follow with a purple sector 2 time. Might be hunting down the AlphaTauri of Ledger there. Very wooden movements there from the Ferrari driver. Doesn't get purple sector 2 time. Runs very wide throughout that corner. It comes down to the final straight. Final corner, will hope to not cut it. Doesn't run wide or anything, doesn't invalidate his lap. Will set a lap time for the session with seconds to spare. Only goes 15th fastest, however. Very well be in trouble. Any of those cars do set a faster lap time. It won't be Phantom, obviously, because he is already faster and has spun. We'll see XRL Cargo though going to set another lap time, I believe. No, we won't be. That is it for these drivers. So all the drivers have set their lap times in this session, and that is it for XRL Turbo, Plastic, and LUE, or LUE, or something like that. Not sure if XRL Cookie gets eliminated from this session or not. We'll have to try re-educate myself on the rules there. However, Turbo, Galactic and Yoji will definitely be missing out on Q2. Actually, as we come to the end of the session, your fastest drivers, your grid order for this session were Ledger, Erdika, Mon, Flying Wallaby 19, Hazel, Jazziello, Retrixie, Cargo, Lopez, Phantom, Devil, Snake, Pulsmoso, Blake, Cookie, Yoyi, Elastic, and Turbo. So no cars out on track, but obviously drivers will have to retire or sit in the pits for it to advance. Just wait for that to happen. Looks like we're just going to use all of the session time here. See your grid order here. I do believe that no, Cookie just makes it out into Q2. See, with his Ferrari teammate Turbo there not making it, and both Williams drivers out of Q2. Perhaps we've got George Russell on the line, as he has taken the Williams out into Q2 quite frequently this season. Go as we enter Q2, obviously a short qualifying time than the last qualifying session. Gives drivers less opportunity, also gives them the rush for a qualifying time. You hear one driver coming out first, I believe that is Hazel, and I was correct. First driver to set at that time in this session. Just round the first corner is on the medium tyres. Quite a bold move from McLaren driver. That may very well try to save his soft tyres for the final qualifying session. A few drivers on the medium tyres at the moment, however, I'm sure it will get a bit softer as the session goes on. Round to the back straights, the third DRS zone of the track. Number 13, unlucky for some, but will Hazel be able to take it to pole? Let's see. Other drivers are out on the track at the moment. You've got Phantom, Flying Wallaby 19, Retrixie, Ledger, Devil, and Lopez. We shall sit along with Hazel here as he starts his qualifying lap. Very ERS heavy track is Bahrain, so we've got to use as much as you can. However, do actually run out of it just before the start finish line. Just flying through there into Blift, but obviously getting back on the throttle quite quickly. Have a spin in sector 1, I believe that is Lopez. That was Lopez, and I do believe he spun. Didn't seem to have any damage, so we'll just jump on with Hazel again. Going to the end of sector 2, obviously going to set a purple sector time as he's the first driver to set a time in this session. Yellow flag in sector 3 doesn't mean anything, just a car is going slowly. We will watch Hazel set a lap time. Will it be an improvement on his Q1 time or not? Gets a 1:27.7, while a respectable time on the medium tyres. We will see other drivers set times, no doubt. The Retrixie on the soft tyre gets a slower time than the Bahrain. Also see XRL Phantom get a time exactly a second slower, which is quite interesting to get a literal time a second below the pole. See XRL Lopez there getting a time, but obviously not quite there yet. As you see, Devil has now set that time only 2 tenths faster on what is a second lap faster tyre. As we keep seeing that time's been set. Flying Wallaby 19 getting a 1:28 1:28.1, sorry. So almost misread that. As we see the McLaren of the Mercedes of Erdica come on to demonstrate a 1:28.1. Jazzy Yellow, will he set a faster lap? So no, he's not. He's been pissed. Oh, sorry, I've been very tired today. See the other Mercedes come down to the start-finish straight. Improve on the time to his Mercedes teammate. Yes, he does. A 1:27.6. Very respectable times going on through here. See XRL Devil and Snake getting very similar lap times there. Only 0.007 of a second apart there, but obviously on the soft tyres compared to Hazel and my other videos. Sorry there. Take a look at another driver who will be setting a lap time. It is Cookie. Just finishing the first sector there and getting a purple sector 1 time, sorry. Come up to the most difficult corner on the track. Onto the DRS as quickly as he can. Behind Red Bull, might be able to get some form of draft from him. As you see, Cookie now obviously the only Ferrari in this session to go and set a lap time. How far up the field will he go? He goes P12, a 1:29.1. So we now jump on with Ledger, the pole sitter for the last qualifying session. Will he repeat that for this session as well? He does, a 1:27.4 on the medium tyres as well. Again, a very respectable time. We sit with XRL Cargo here. Is setting minutely faster sector times compared to his last lap. However, we will switch to Jazziello to see if he does any better than his Red Bull teammate. Something that's always confused me with Red Bulls is what's with the silver bit on the nose of the car. It helps with the drivers aiming to go through the corners. However, does not beat his teammate, but comes very close indeed. I think a 1:27.9. Jump on with somebody on a lap time, preferably. There we go. We'll jump on with Retrixie, get a bit of a slide on the exit of the corner. Let's see fairly soon whether he is improving on his time or not. Come to the end of sector 2, see if he has got an improved split time. Only 0.07 of a second slower than his previous time. Might be able to make it up through this last corner here. Goes left, right, and then accelerates as hard as he can. Will he be able to improve? No, he doesn't. He goes into the pits. We will go on to a driver that is setting a lap time. Again, with Jazziello, will he be able to set an improved lap time? No, he goes into the pits. So obviously this is the waiting period now where we just wait for somebody to go back out on the tyres they want. However, we shall just sit here and watch Blake for the time being. Only car out on track at the moment because everybody else will be wanting to change the tyres for the last stages of this qualifying session. See Retrixie, no, Pulse Moto, sorry, just going out on the soft tyres, hoping to actually make it into Q3. Or see Flying Wallaby, Cargo, Phantom, Pulse Moto and Cookie will currently be missing out if these times stand. I believe Lopez just trying to give some space to the other drivers and himself there. We'll jump on with Pulse Moto in the middle of his warm-up lap. hurry up his tyres, going down to the main straight, and will be starting his lap on the softs. I hope to get a time quicker than 1:28.8. These times have been slower than the Q1 time, so obviously it could have been a tactic for the drivers just to make it through. However, see, quite odd to see Q2 times being slower than Q3. We come to the end of the first sector. Has improved massively on his time so far. However, if he does make a mistake or miscalculation, then he could very well pay the price. Doesn't get any luck up there, but is able to pick up the throttle quite quickly, activating the DRS as soon as he can. Only 2 minutes left of the session. Drivers must be either very confident that their time will stand and put them into the top 10, or just will hopefully take them through anyway, or just be rushing through to try get around the track in time to make another time. As we see, Pulse Moto got a close at 2 time. How far will he go up the grid? Gets a P9 time there. Seeing XRL Erdika trying, obviously very confident with his time, and to be fair, you can't blame him. Hazel also retiring there, and Snake again, all very comfortable with their times. Retorixie getting a 1:27.1 there on the soft tyres. Very respectable times. See, it seems that both Racing Point drivers will make it into Q3. So Flying Wallaby set the fastest time of Q2 so far, a 1:26.4. She's splashing it about. Say, just setting a time quicker than anywhere else in the session so far. Obviously, they're getting a slightly quicker time on in the first qualifying session. We sit with Lopez for the time being. Phantom, who is currently going to be eliminated from Q2, but will hope to make it into Q3. Box up a bit through the tricky right-hander. Comes down to the third DRS section of the track. Will he improve on his time at all? I believe he will. Have an entire 1.3 seconds faster. He has improved in massively, and it will be enough to put him into the final qualifying session. Doesn't invalidate. Will hope to open the DRS as soon as he can. Gets a 1:27.0 onto the second, onto first row of the grid there. However, some drivers are still setting their time, so everything could change. See, XRL Lopez, so the foreign driver to actually set that time, beats Phantom there to the first row. Gets a 1:26.8. See, unfortunately, the driver's going to miss out on Q3. The Cargo, Jazziello, Blake, Cookie, and Erdika. So we come to the end of this qualifying session. We will sit with the current fastest car on the track. as we come to the end of this part. Whoa! Big crash there. See, AI is having complete control there. Don't know quite what went wrong there, but so obviously just maybe miscalculating there. I'm not sure. So, quite the sight to see. However, we shall see that the final grid for this qualifying session was Flying Wallaby, Phantom, Retrixie, Ledger, Devil, Snake, Pulse Moto, Mon, Hazel, and getting eliminated from the session, Lopez. Obviously, he crashed, obviously, so maybe he's just out of qualifying in general now. That will be very unfortunate for him. See, Erdica, Cookie, Blake, Jazziello, and Cargo. We'll have to see what happens in the third qualifying session, whether Lopez does actually make it or not. Obviously, if he doesn't make it into the third qualifying session, he will be absolutely furious for that. Obviously, he was not the one that caused the crash. Obviously, AI crashed the car for him, essentially, so I think Lopez will have some words to say. See, words that I can't say here on Twitch. Hazel, because he's always the first to get underway. The final qualifying session dictate your final qualifying position. This would be the point where we see the fastest times of the entire Grand Prix weekend. We shall just wait for the drivers to come around and start setting their lap times. We now see Hazel come to the start of his first qualifying lap of Q3. Let's see, get these details back up. Obviously, everybody on softs. I'm very surprised to see anybody on the mediums at this point. To the first sector, getting a respectable time through there. See, on the soft tyres, you can absolutely push the car to its limits. See, doesn't get any lock up, goes a bit wide, but will be able to get that time back if he performs well enough. For sector 2, now it comes down to the final straight of the lap. So getting the right angled left-hander there. sets the first time of the session with a 1:26.2. Very respectable lap time there. See Ledger getting another 1:26.2. However, we will see other drivers start to set their lap times now. Trixie gets a 1:27.2, all second behind the previous two. See, Finally has invalidated his lap time. Jump on with Devil to see how he does for this lap time. See, Phantom will be ahead of him. 1:31.1, probably made a mistake there. It's a 1:27 dead. Again, a very respectable lap time from the Renault driver. One of three Renault drivers, one of three Renault powered cars in this session. This one now, watch on with Mon, who is on his qualifying time. Seeing a purple sector one time there, could very well be itching for a pole position. And to the third DRS sector. See, get to the end of the second sector. We get a purple sector time from here as well. He is in a very good position to put that Mercedes on the top spot. Comes down, gets onto the final straight. Bottom down. DRS up, gets a 1:26.3. Very unfortunate, obviously getting two purple sector times in that lap. Could very well have made a mistake in that final sector. You see the second McLaren in this session go round and starts to make his qualifying lap count. Doesn't lock up, gets a very good line in there. Again, a little bit wide off the apex, but I'm sure he won't mind. So ripping it through this left-right here. Doesn't get any purple sectors as of yet. However, we'll see what kind of time he's getting. Looking to get a 1:27 time, I imagine. Something to be trying to match his teammate. Gets a 1:27.5. Again, all very respectable times so far, and the two drivers have not set their lap times as of yet. A yellow flag in sector 2 there. Trixie having a bit of an off moment, not quite sure. However, we will skip to his Racing Point teammate, who's already losing so much ERS. Obviously, this track being very ERS heavy. The second sector, brakes hard. Slight jerky movement through there, but he'll be able to recover that surely. Kisses the apex like it is his girlfriend. The third DRS straight of the lap. left, comes up to it, and then gets a right, only slightly missing the apex. Won't want to hit that curve there. He might be able to get a better time than his Racing Point teammate. Gets maybe a 128.1. And faster than one driver in this session so far. Get to Hazel at the start of his first lap, I imagine. Yes, he is. One driver only 0.07 of a second behind the pole sitter. So he will be on the front row, but will be wanting to get that pole as well. Gets a purple sector time, which helps him massively. Comes up, so you'll be able to see what his speed time is at the end of this second sector. Absolutely nails the apex on coming on to the third DRS sector. So throttle wide open, as is the DRS. The apex, kissing the apex there as well. Won't want to ride that curve. It's another purple sector, 1/10 faster than his current qualifying time of 126.8 or 126.2. Sorry. Might be able to get into the 125s. It's a 126.1, the fastest time of the session so far, and gives him provisional pole. So we start to see drivers come out for the final time to set their final qualifying times of this session. Sit on with XRL Mon in the Mercedes. Again, very closely fought between the top 4 drivers of this session so far. All 4 will be trying to get that pole. Very good exit through that corner there, and comes onto the straight. Braked a bit later than some of the other drivers I've seen so far. Gets very close to the dangerous curve. See, if you've driven on this track, you know how dangerous that curve is. Gets very wide on the track there, however, keeps the time from invalidating. Again, could very well rival the top 2 drivers so far. Gets a 126.09, the final time in the regular qualifying time, and is on provisional pole. So what else do you expect from Mercedes? See how Ledger responds. Possibly the only other driver now who has a chance of taking pole. Kisses the apex and then comes out wide. Flying Wallaby getting a 125.9, coming out from absolutely nowhere. Gets the first 125 time of the session. We'll have to see if Ledger can respond. Judging by his purple sector 2 time, though, he may very well do that. It must have been joy and elation from Mon at the end of regular time. Might start to fade away a little bit. You see Ledger get a 125.7, going faster still. Mon one might be a little disheartened. Still getting on to the second row of the grid, but obviously did hold provisional pole for a short while there. So that will be your top 9. Ledger, Flying Wallaby 19, Mon, Hazel, Retzorixie, Devil, Phantom, Snake, and Polsmoto. So you just got to wait for the time remaining in the session to lapse, and we'll have a 5-minute break. See all the drivers set very fantastic times here so far. Well done to all drivers who've put in the effort. We'll see fantastic efforts from the front two in particular, getting the only 125 times of the session. Ledger there on pole position to start off with. See, there is your top 10. Ledger, Flying Wallaby, oh sorry, top 9 I should say. Ledger, Flying Wallaby, Mon, Hazel, Retrixie, Devil, Phantom, Snake, and Polsmoto. See, we'll have a pause for a 5-minute break for the drivers, and we shall just stay silent during those times. as we now get back in after a short intermission period. We will now get into the race after a formation lap. See, for those that missed the qualifying session, our starting grid is Ledger, Flying Wallaby, Mon, Hazel, Restrixie, Phantom, Snake, Olsmoto, Lopez, Erdika, Cookie, Blake, Jazziello, Cargo, Yogi, Balzatic, or Balastic, I believe that's how it's pronounced, and Turbo. So yeah, pretty good to the warning that you see Ledger there starting on the mediums. Quite a few drivers starting on the mediums there, mostly the bottom row, obviously, as they have the opportunity to change their tyres. I mean, we see some very interesting strategy options. Quite a stacked bunch of cars there, it must be said. Come up to the end of the formation lap. Obviously, we'll see a few cars that got disqualified during the formation lap on the grid, but shouldn't make that much of a difference anyway. See, from this angle, I can see the start lights, so we shall stay on this angle to wait for everybody to load in properly. One light, two lights. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it's go for the X3 Series Bahrain GP. Flying Wallaby getting a fantastic start there. You feel getting quite wide and low. So Flying Wallaby getting a little bit of a slide on that, but will be probably just fine. Getting a very good exit. As you see, Ledger getting fantastic run on the Alfa Romeo driver. So nobody has been too terrible as of yet. We've seen a few position changes here and there. However, Flying Wallaby getting a fantastic start. See, I'll be fairly close as it is the first lap. However, we should start to see, as we see the pit stop from the bottom there. Thank you, AWS Insights. We'll start to see the grid slowly broaden and spread out amongst the track. Completing the first lap. Two drivers there starting to make their way through the field, like the Fleur does in real life. So something that's going to be weird, as this game has always been. However, I'm sure it will clear itself up in just but a moment. There you go, as you see it just clears up itself up there. See Snake and Lopez and Jazziel very close together. To the very difficult right-hander. Lopez obviously getting very unlucky at the end of Q2. Oh well, could be searching for the position that he so rightly deserved. We'll try to make a run up on the Snake. Off this corner, I believe, is on the overtake button immediately and makes the move immediately as well. He makes it stick very easily and be able to even chase up Pulse Moto if he has the pace. Yes, AWS Insights, we have seen the predicted stop strategy. See, XRL Blake getting a corner cutting penalty there. You drivers start to get penalties. See Lopez massively outbrake himself and undo all of his good work. We shall now stick to Erdke and Phantom having a very close battle here. Erdke wanting to make the move as soon as possible, obviously using the overtake button to its full advantage. On the Haas with the better tyres, could make the move stick if he's brave. Wasn't brave enough, unfortunately. And still concedes the place to the Haas driver. Sorry, very quite tired today. See Ledger and really starting to fight for first place there. Ledger just able to get past the Alfa Romeo. Sorry, viewers, just gonna pop away for a second to go to the boys' room. So I shall return in a few minutes' time, and I will leave you to watch the first two drivers start to battle it out. some unfortunate news. I have just been sick, as it were, and what has happened is I've felt unwell for having spoken for the last hour or so straight. I'm very sorry for all that. However, I'll keep the stream going for as long as I can, but you will not hear any commentary. But I will keep up with any track battles that you see. I am very sorry about this, but my voice and my head just can't keep up with it. Very sorry. So I'll keep up with the battles on track. You won't hear any commentary.